Dear student, this is the table which will provide you information regarding the maximum limitation for deduction in interest on loan. The maximum limit for deduction under interest on loan, which comes under section 24, which is applicable both for let out property as well as for self-occupied property. This table is divided into four parts. One is the nature of property, and another is when loan was taken, and another one purpose of loan and maximum limitation for deduction. First case, self-occupied property. If the loan was borrowed on or after 1st April 1999 for construction or purchase of house property, the limitation is rupees 2 lakh. Maximum deduction is rupees 2 lakh if the loan was borrowed on or after 1st April 1999 for construction or purchase of self-occupied property, then SSC gets maximum deduction of rupees 2 lakh. Then next case, self-occupied property. The loan was borrowed on or after 1st April 1999 for the purpose of repair of house property. Then the maximum limit is rupees 30,000. Here, the purpose of the loan borrowed is for the purpose of repair of house property. Then the maximum limit is rupees 30,000. In the first case, the loan borrowed for the construction or purchase of new house, then the maximum limit is rupees 2 lakh. Whereas if the loan is borrowed for the construction of house, repair of house property, then the maximum limit is rupees 30,000. And whenever the loan is borrowed on or after 1st April 1999 in case of self-occupied property. The next is another division, self-occupied property. The loan borrowed before 1st April 1999 for construction or purchase of house property, then maximum limit is rupees 30,000. If loan is borrowed before 1st April 1999 for repairs of the house property, then the maximum limit is 30,000. Remember, if the loan is borrowed before 1st April 1999, either for construction or purchase or for repair of house property, the maximum limit is rupees 30,000 and it is applicable only for self-occupied. This condition is for self-occupied property. If the loan is borrowed before 1st April 1999 for construction or for purchase or for repair of house property, then the limitation is rupees 30,000 and applicable for self-occupied property. So till now, whatever the limit are applicable, that's only for self-occupied properties. Now about let out property. The let out property, there is no maximum limitation for deduction. Either if the loan is borrowed before 1st April 1999 or after 1st April 1999, either for construction or purchase of let out property, then there is no limitation. So unlimited deduction, there is no restriction limit for deduction in case of let out property for interest on loan. So only limitation applicable for self-occupied property. So this is a table which will provide in detail information regarding the maximum limit for deduction for interest on loan under section 24 for self-occupied property as well as for let out property. There are some other points related to the deduction or related to maximum limit for interest on loan. First point, if interest on fresh loan taken to repay the original loan taken for construction or purchase is also deductible. See that interest on fresh loan taken to repay the original loan taken for construction or purchase is also deductible. If a person borrowed a new loan and in that if he paid any interest on loan and that new loan borrowed to repay the original loan, earlier loan, which has been borrowed for the purpose of construction or purchase of the house, then it is eligible for deduction. If any person borrowed any new loan and the purpose of borrowing the new loan is to repay the earlier loan which has been borrowed for the construction or purchase of house property, so then it is eligible for deduction. Then another case, interest on new loan taken for paying outstanding interest on old loan is not deductible. If the new loan is borrowed to repay the outstanding loan of earlier loan, then it is not deductible. Remember, first point is the loan borrowed to repay the earlier loan principal amount which has been borrowed for the construction or purchase of house is eligible. Whereas interest on new loan which has been taken for paying outstanding interest on old loan, then it is not deductible. If a person borrowed one loan and that purpose of borrowing the loan is to repay the earlier outstanding interest on loan, then it is not deductible. Then another point is amount paid as brokerage or commission for arrangement of the loan is not deductible. Any expenses incurred at the time of borrowing the loan is not deductible. So that's the example of expenses like brokerage, commission or any other margins. If it has been paid at the time of borrowing the loan, then it is not deductible under interest on loan. Then another one, interest on loan taken for payment of municipal tax is not allowed as deduction. If a person is borrowed the loan to pay the municipal tax of house property, then it is not liable for deduction. So these are the conditions before applying the deduction for interest on loan, or these are the conditions which are applicable under interest on loan. So loan either to be borrowed for the construction or purchase of new house or for repair of house property in case of self-occupied property, or in case of flatted property, the loan can be borrowed either for purchase or construction of house property. And other condition, if the loan is borrowed to repay the original loan taken for the construction of or purchase of house property is liable for deduction, except the loan should not be borrowed for repay the outstanding loan or outstanding interest, not outstanding loan, outstanding interest of old loan, then it is not liable for deduction. So that's all about interest on loan or the provisions related to interest on loan which comes under section 24. And this is all applicable, this limitation specially applicable in case of self-occupied property. So while you are applying the deduction for self-occupied property, please go through the maximum limit, whereas there is no limitation for a let out property. So before conclusion or before ending the calculation of self-occupied property, you have to cross check the limitation for self-occupied property. Next topic of today's class is pre-construction period. This comes under deduction under section 24 under the category of interest on loan. It's 1/5 of pre-construction period interest. What is pre-construction period? The period from borrowing money until 31st March immediately preceding the year of completion of construction of the house is called the pre-construction period. So to find out the pre-construction period, first you have to find out the date on which the loan borrowed, and you have to calculate it till 31st March immediately preceding the year of completion of construction of house, then it is called as a pre-construction period. So for the calculation of pre-construction period or for the calculation of pre-construction term, you need the date on which loan borrowed and the date on which the construction of house property completed. With the help of these two, you have to find out the pre-construction period. So it begins from the date on which loan borrowed and end on 31st March immediately preceding the year of completion of construction of the house. For example, if you borrowed the loan on June 2017 for the construction of the house, and the construction of the house was completed in the month of October 2020. So here you borrowed the loan on 1st June 2017, the date on which loan borrowed, and the construction completed in the month of 1st October 2020. In this is the date on which the house construction completed, and this is the date on which loan borrowed. Now the pre-construction period, which begins on the date on which loan borrowed, means it starts from 1st June 2017 and till 31st March immediately preceding the year of completion of construction of house. The previous 31st March, you have to calculate till 31st March of the year in which the construction completed. Till 31st March, you have to calculate the pre-construction period or pre-construction interest. So that is called as a pre-construction period. So in this example, the pre-construction period is from 1st June 2017 till 31st March 2020. The preceding 31st March, immediately the year of completion of construction of house. Then, so you can easily understand it while calculating the problems. There the date of borrowing the loan and date of completion of construction will be provided. So at that time you can easily apply it and you can easily calculate it. Only you have to find out the PCP, pre-construction period, whenever there is a loan borrowed. Next point under pre-construction period is the pre-construction interest deduction is allowed for interest payments made from the date of borrowing till 31st March before the financial year in which the construction is completed. This entire calculation is to find out the interest on loan under pre-construction period, or to find out the pre-construction interest, means the interest which has been paid by SSC before completion of the construction, and that is allowed for deduction under section 24. Therefore it is called as a pre-construction interest. Pre-construction means the interest paid before completion of the construction of house property, and that is allowed for deduction under section 24. Next is interest paid during this time can be claimed as tax deduction in 5 equal installments. The pre-construction period interest can be paid in 5 equal annual installments from the year in which the construction of the house property is completed. From which date they have to pay the pre-construction period interest? From the day on which the construction of house property completed. From that day or from that year they can repay the pre-construction period interest in 5 annual installments, equal installments. So that is about the pre-construction period. It can be paid in 5 annual equal installment, not more than 5 installments. Therefore, there is in an equation of pre-construction period interest, that's a loan amount into rate of interest into PCP by 12 into 1 by 5. 1 by 5 used because the interest can be paid in 5 equal installments. And then deduction on home loan interest cannot be claimed when the house is under construction. If the house is under construction, then the interest on loan cannot be claimed. This pre-construction interest can be claimed only after construction is finished. So that's a point which I explained even in the previous point. The pre-construction period interest on pre-construction time or duration can be claimed as deduction only after completion of the construction of the house property. Before that, SSC cannot claim as deduction under section 24. So that is about the pre-construction period. Thank you. That's all about today's class. In today's class, I have explained about the format of self-occupied property. It's a simple format. There is no much information or much contents in case of format of self-occupied property. Then I have explained the maximum limitation for deduction for interest on loan. That is the important point which I have explained through the table, that you go through it again and go through each and every points of maximum limitation for self-occupied property as well as for let out property. Then the topic which I covered is a pre-construction period, which is again related to the deduction under section 24 for interest on loan. So that's all about the today's concept. If you have any clarification, please let me know. Thank you very much.